Hey, this is the thing that I do on the Fridays, and the most important thing is that dry week is over. Greetings! My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. And this is a live stream giveaway. I don't know if I ever said that before, but here we are. I can't see chat. That's fairly important to have in view. There. Whew. All right, good. Perfect. Music maestro. Seems louder than usual. Maybe it's me. I'm messing with sound and stuff. I'm doing all the test stuff because, well, it's me. I have to make sure everything's actually happening. There we go. We're a whole 60 seconds in. Cool. I like that. I saw someone in chat here who's always in chat early. 5 fingers, high five. Today, on this beautiful gray and drizzly New England day, I'll be doing a giveaway here. 2-hour stream from now until 9. Time will fly. Whoop. Tater Dom, cheers. Hello. Welcome to this madness. What are the samples, you may be asking? Well, I just finished putting them together for this stream. So there you go. Oh, and I was supposed to do a joke. So here's the joke. I'm having a little bit of Buffalo Trace tonight, and then I thought we'd start the samples off with more Buffalo Trace. This is a Blanton's, so that in itself makes people a little antsy to spend money, as you may know. And I thought, well, what the hell? This Blanton's is just sitting behind me. I don't go for it very often because it's a frickin' Blanton's probably. I know once this is gone, I don't plan on getting another. Unless someone donates another to the channel. Who knows? But if you don't know about Blanton's, they're silly. They taste pretty good. That one does. I have another one behind me that does not. So, I'm giving you the tasty one. Don't worry. Then we have the Powers JL. I am not allowed to say what JL stands for, because we don't talk about it. We want to keep it a secret, all for ourselves. But I am going to share it with you, and you can try to figure that one out yourself. There you go. Then we have a Loch Lomond, a very special Loch Lomond that you may have seen last Sunday. So earlier this week, I can't tell what days are, but look at that. And this, of course, is the Loch Lomond 10 year. As you can see, you got a little sticker going this way. It has a barfly. Oh, it actually focused. That's crazy. 10 years, single cask, and a little Aqua Vitae logo there. It is his pick, 54.9%. If you didn't see on Sunday, this past Sunday, on Sunday of this week, I don't know what to say. Roy was on the channel recently, so if you didn't see that live stream, you should go look. We had a lovely time. Really, we really did. I wish you could be on my stream more often, just chit-chatting away. I don't know how badly I did with chat that night, but I think I did okay. And of course, another bottle that's getting to that, hello, there we go. Getting to that point of finish me. I have a few others over here, but I'll show you those in a minute. Focus. This is a 3-quart Butterscotch Sunday. The WM just means it's a whiskey mentor's pick. And this has been one of my favorites for a while. I haven't been grabbing it lately. And again, it's at that point where it's just like, just drink it all. Or, in my case, share it with others. That's the important part. Sorry if that's loud. I have a habit. I think gravity is something I just use. So I put things near to being put down and then just let go. And they go thunk. It's brilliant. I lost chat. There we go. Where are we? Ooh, people, hello. Tony Dutos, hello. Cheers. Welcome. Ellie Chambers, hello. Mostly lurking, but hi. Always lovely to see you here. Thank you for lurking. Watch hours are watch hours. YouTube doesn't know what's going on. Zen Boot, hello. Powers. Exactly. We don't talk about it. You go type in Powers JL and see what happens. I haven't done that myself, so hopefully you don't find anything too bizarre. Whoa, everything moved. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, Nightbot's being a little... Nightbot's there for my own safety, but also it has a little bit of an attitude sometimes. Mike Franklin, good evening. I was just thinking about you. And by that I mean, I did something about 20 minutes ago for patrons only. So if you are a patron of mine, and I know Mike Franklin is, he's been a dedicated and generous patron for a while. But there was a raffle spin, or a wheel spin, for patrons, and they get to get some goodies just for being patrons of mine. There was a winner, is what I'm saying. And the video is live on my Patreon, so if you want to see who it was, that's where to see it. I got in touch with them right afterwards and then got distracted. Oh, that stings. As I said, I'm sipping on some Buffalo Trace first, but we're going through all 4 of these. Have you noticed the theme where a lot of the sample giveaways are things I just feel like drinking in the moment? No, that's not true. Why would it be true? Listen here, YouTube. You chill. This music's freaking me out. There we go. A little more down to earth. I'm getting... Let me calm down. Don't get me all riled up. So Dry Week is done. That's the main point. Mine was a little shorter this time. Normally it's a Friday to Friday thing, but since I had a special guest on, well, that wasn't an option. I wasn't about to try to rearrange that. It's hard enough just to get guests in general, let alone one on the other side of the ocean. So there's that. And it was a great time. But it gave me 5 days of dry weeks, and I've been thinking about dry weeks and just staying away from alcohol a little bit. Not too much. I mean, look, I got to drink some of it. But for penitence? Anyway, I thought maybe next week I would do the similar thing where after Sunday, 5 days in a row up till Friday, where I just don't drink. So it'd be Monday to Friday, and then that night would be the end of it. Just cuz. See if I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can, but I haven't checked. I've had a habit of, I think many of you would probably know the habit, where you're watching streams like this one, and you're drinking along, and suddenly you had 2 or 3 in a night, and it's Tuesday. I know that happens because of larger channels, we'll say. If you know, you know. Who else? Yeah, there's like a stream every night. Mine included. And I do them twice a week. Because watch hours. Roy is very worth it. I would take a bullet for... No, I wouldn't take a bullet for anyone. That's not a good idea. But I do what I could for Roy. And I think all I can do is usually with the... What are they called? The Online Scotch Whiskey Awards? OSWAs? I can talk about that when they happen, or when they're about to happen. Because that's fun. I love the idea of the whiskey community on here, on the internets, on the YouTubes, all over, getting a say in who's doing some great stuff in the whiskey world. They should know what we think. If what they do after that, I don't know, but take a bullet at least. Yeah, he probably doesn't like Bullet. It's not my favorite, but it's not one I've had in a very long time. I even have a bottle behind me. I bet it's in the same zone. Hold on. I know it is. Oh no, I moved it. I wasn't touching it. It is now over there. I can see it. And now that I've talked about it, I have to go get it because this is how it is. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm watching you. Look at that. Just finish this right now. I don't even know how it tastes anymore. It's been in this mostly empty bottle for a while. But this is the barrel strength. I don't know why I didn't like it at first, but clearly I did drink it or gave it away or something. But now I'm thinking I should put this... I've been putting bottles like this aside. I mean, right here. And though I'm still thinking of what to call these, I can't call it KIA, which is Kill It already officially, but now that means something else, and I know it. I've known that. So I need to think of another abbreviation, like Finish Him. No, it's another one that's been stolen. So I have this one. I could easily make old fashions out of that, and I might just do that later tonight. Because I have a feeling my homemade old fashions cover up the whiskey a little bit, but the real hard part about making old fashioned is to make it so you can still tell the whiskey's there and how it tastes, but you got little accents of the sweet and the bitterness. Not easy. Looks like rain. Ooh, I like that sentiment. I like that a lot. You remember that because I won't, but LLR, that rolls off the tongue fairly nicely. And looks like rain, if you don't know, LLR, looks like rain. You say looks like rain because in the whiskey tribe community, the whiskey tube community, bottle down, you finish the bottle, you flip it upside down once it's empty, and then you sing It's Raining Men. That's not supposed to make any sense, so if you're going, why? Don't bother. Jimmy Jazz, hello. Welcome. Yes, whatever you're drinking, again, I would love to know, but it can be anything. Again, we don't force anyone to drink alcohol here. You can drink what you want. Spencer Mav, hello. Welcome to this place. And before I forget, jeez, every time, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It's really great here, I promise. I do giveaways. What more do you want? Actual video content? Somehow I've been doing that lately too. So, even during a dry week, I was very tempted to take that day and be like, nah, dry week, no videos allowed, but I did. Just for you. And because the video was already recorded. Speaking of next week, there's another video. That'll land on National Bourbon Day and Flag Day. Stay tuned. It's something. It's just happenstance, we'll say, but there's something. I don't know if anyone's going to be very interested, but that's not important. I did the video, I just need to record it. There you go. Yeah. Whoa. He moved again. No zeros here. Stop it. I'm the only one who can make fun of themselves and put themselves down on this channel. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Chef Patron, look at you. Hello. I've seen you around. I know you're troubled, don't worry. Welcome to this hot mess. I should mention that if you do, I don't know who and where and what everyone is, but I haven't said it in a minute. But these are U.S. resident raffles. But there is always the option that if you know other people or other channels in the States, and you are overseas and you entered and you won, just let me know. We can work something out. But unfortunately, the price of hand delivery over the ocean is complicated. I've done it once. It was a bit of work. So I've had to say no, unless the one stipulation I have is if you are also willing to throw things across the water, because it's ridiculous right now. You have no idea. Let's not get into it. This is nice. This is Buffalo Trace. We'll have more Buffalo Trace in a second. Watertight robot, basically. I'm very fond of sending people aromatherapy kits, though. Wow, this smells good. Where was I? That's good. Ooh, should have done that. It is a little dangerous to start off the end of dry week with 4 whiskeys. I'm doing tiny pours, don't worry. And you'll note they're going up in proof very slowly. 46, 46, 50, 4.9, and then 57.3 because it's an Irene handpick, of course. It is insane. Thank you, Mr. Patron. Thank you. I got it at 4 Roses. So it's not a particularly fancy one, and I have told myself, silly as this whole idea is, but I know Chad from It's Bourbon Night went over to Scotland with Sarah. It was a big thing. They did a video on it. Check them out. They drink a lot of bourbon, so if you're not into bourbon, check them out anyway. It was funny. They went to Scotland, of all places. They got to hang out with Roy. I'm jealous. In person, I mean. What was my point? Oh, yeah. And Chad bought a hat. Like an actual good one. This one's nice. And I appreciate the compliment, but it's also... It's not from Scotland. It's either Scotland or Ireland. I would actually buy a fancy and very likely very expensive one. But this one really just showed up. Do I want to see? Do I want to tell the whole hat story? I try to be brief. It is. I was thinking of getting a hat like this, and I kept putting it off because they are expensive. Like the professional, fancy ones are expensive. And I just happened to be putzing around in Kentucky and at Four Roses and mulling around their gift shop, which wasn't. This was 2 years ago, so it was before their new one was completed. So it was mostly just whiskey I already had. You know, I could buy that at a liquor store. Single barrels and, you know, small batch. And maybe a small batch select, I don't really remember. But I saw this hat, and it says Four Roses on the back here, so it's not, you know, there's not like a giant rose on the front or anything. And I thought, well, it wasn't too expensive either. So I said, what the heck? I'm doing it. And there you go. That's the hat story. It's been good to me ever since. Although I try not to get it wet in the rain. And the only drawback I found is that you can't really wear it this time of year. It's a little too warm. But there you go. Four Roses hat story. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. I'm not really sure what that slogan is from. I forget. So maybe knowing isn't really half the battle. I've already forgotten what it was from. Once again, tell me what's in your glass. I don't remember if I didn't see anything, but this chat scrolls fairly quickly these days. And please remember, if you donate, if you enter for a raffle ticket, that to at me, at KillCo Whiskey Musings, in the chat, or just, that's the easiest method, or just tell me in chat. I will probably see it, but if chat starts doing something crazy, like it did last week, which I don't expect to have happen, it's just easier for me to actually see it. And I will keep an eye on my phone, because my phone will tell me if people enter with the PayPal or the Venmo. Those are the only two options at the moment. I don't have 1,000 subscribers and all the watch hours, but we're getting there. We're creeping up on 750, and I will celebrate 750. Don't think I won't. This channel is growing slowly. So as soon as I hit 50 something, 750, 800, 850, every time, unless something jumps really fast. Oh, here we go. Jeff Patron says, I got a hat from Buffalo Trace some years ago at Elmer T. Lee Flat Cap. Elmer T. Lee. That hat looks so much better than the Elmer T. logo. The Elmer T. Lee one, not gonna lie, looks more sturdy. We'll keep a lookout for it if I'm ever back in Kentucky. Yeah, do it. I know I've seriously considered, why are we talking about hats? Because hats are awesome. And these are ones I might get someday if I suddenly am not in horrible debt. But like a bowler cap and a top hat. Top hat's a must for me someday. I think bowler cap, top hat, just to try it. It was probably G.I. Joe, Jeff Patron. It feels like it was. I remember watching it as a kid. Thankfully, I did not join any military service because of it. Blah. There we go. Yeah, it was G.I. Joe. I can still hear the freaking intro song. Oh man, locking my Aspen Age. That was wild. Whoa, stop. There we go. Oh gosh, how do you say that? Torbjorn? 2017, jeez. Let's, crap. LOR, that bottle. Looks like rain. I don't know how much is in it, but that sounds like a bottle that's seen its time and needs to go. Glen Scotia Victoria. Ooh, that is a good one. I think I've had a sample of that. In fact, I'm trying to remember what I had last time. Last week, me and Roy shared a sample at the end that was very good. Every milestone matters, exactly. I'm doing it. I've been trying to put together ryes that he would like, just cause, but I feel like I should add a rye to a raffle just because then it's so awesome. But I don't have a hell of a lot of ryes. And most of them I feel like he's tried anyway. I think the only one, no, he even had that one. Feels like I need more rye. Oh, I know what I do. If I ever add a rye to the Raffle, it's going to be the Canadian one. You know what it is. Someone knows what it is. Shoot. It is Alberta Premium. Is that right? I hope so. That mother freaking heck thing is 66%. Nuts. Torbjorn. Torveg. Good thing Roy's not here. I did finish this. I haven't even started on the actual roundup here. It's really good. It's always a nice reminder to go back to Buffalo Trace, which I know is hard to get for some people. I'm sorry if it is. But it's just pretty good. This is just like Eagle Rare to me. It's not the same taste, and they're both the same distillery. But I like Buffalo Trace. Unfortunately for me. Although I do know I can find this around. Eagle Rare has gotten a little more sketchy. It's gotten a little more rare. I'm sorry. Go and dig that Torbjorn out of my back shelf. Have Splash would have been doing it. I still have some of those samples. I need to drink those. I think I drank the favorite one, and I still have the list, so I know what all the little dots on top are. Oh, and I had an idea. This was like a I should be going to sleep idea. I have a lot of those. But what if... I don't know what I'm going to do for this December. I know I'm thinking really far ahead and also thinking I'm going to be alive then, which is new for me. Don't ask. Anxiety's fun. Point is, Advent calendars are expensive. I've been lucky to get some over the past years, and I know there are people generous enough to share their collections. But I had a thought. There's no definite on this, and if someone out there says, don't worry about it, I got you. Or if Mama KillCo grabs me a calendar again. She did the Flaviar one 2 years ago? I don't know what they did last year. What's my point? I was thinking of giving myself samples. So I would get the little 1 ounce sample ones if I have enough of them. I don't think I do for glass. Glass, because the plastic, it doesn't really do well with holding stuff forever or long periods of time. And somehow, this is the tricky part, pouring myself samples of stuff in my own collection, especially some of these. Again, this is my green spot, which weirdly enough, hang on, hold up. I need to make sure this is the thing. There's no way. Isn't there? I feel like I can't see it. I feel like I have another one of these, but this has happened a few times where I think I have one and I don't. Because I drank it already. So my point is, this is my birthday bottle. Birthday is coming up next month, by the way. As of 2 days ago, yeah, like a month, less than a month. Great, that's lovely. I just gotten used to being 42. But I don't look for my age, do I? Anyway, this one, what are we using right now? I said it 5 times already. Looks like rain on this one. Needs to go. And if I can't find out if I have another bottle stashed away somewhere, and I'm betting I do. This is the problem when you have this many bottles. You get lost in how many you have. Anyway, this one needs to go. I lost my train of thought on why I even mentioned that. So, yes, Advent calendar. So I could pour some of this in there, put it aside. The keeping track is the tricky part. I'd probably just make some notepad stuff and like make a notepad for each day. So it would be saved file, like type in whatever it is, save as day 1, 2023, and that's it. Then don't look at it. But that might be too easy. I don't know. If you have any ideas for how to do that, let me know. But I have a feeling I'm just going to end up buying or receiving, if all goes positively, some kind of advent calendar. But that's way down the line. I can't even get past a week ahead right now. I'm almost a week ahead on videos. Emphasis on almost. But that being, I was working on it earlier today. Hold on, what's going on here? I see chat things happening. Whoa, would you stop that? A lot of mint. Longmorn 16, and now this is it an actual Longmorn or is it a new Longmorn? Because I've tried both somehow, thanks to the generosity of Cliff Smith, I believe. And I definitely noticed that the older Longmorn is so much better. Do it! All of you do it. If you have it and you want to try it, little pours. No one wants to get trashed, especially if you've had a dry week, like I have. Speaking of, I've noticed a problem on my own, by the way. I don't know if any of you, well, most of you don't have this problem, I think. If you don't have a whiskey channel nor make whiskey videos, you might not know this, but you do that a lot. You drink whiskey a lot. And one of the complaints I've heard from someone, Pop KillCo, hello. Hiya. Welcome. Pop KillCo is very likely drinking water. But I don't know. Drink anything. Maybe some tea or coffee. What was my point? I had it. Oh, it was a complaint. Big bearded fellow. I knew his guy's channel is very popular, but I don't know who he is. But he was talking about how Glen Cairns annoy him because you have to do this. Tilt it all the way up and expose your throat. I don't think he said that, but when I'm recording videos, I realize it's like... It takes a little bit to do that. I always have to actually speed it up. Hopefully none of you can tell, but I do speed up myself just taking a sip because it seems like freaking forever. 2 seconds can seem like a very long time. Uh-oh, we're out. Let's get censored here. I was considering giving away some of your whiskey, by the way. Your pick, your larceny pick. That was, where is it? Here it is. And I'm going to let everyone know, Bourbon. He was a little disappointed in me because I didn't mention something. If you can all see, it even focuses. Do it, do it, do it, do it. It'd be much funnier if you're like, there we go. 6 or 669 6969. That's the barrel number. Now you all know. It's very good. But I think I'll share this, you know, once I've had enough for myself. Then I'll share it. Come on. Go. Oh, that's loud. Oh, gosh. It's okay. You know what? I need to put these in a better spot. This is a giveaway, though. Yes. It is a fantastic barrel. Look at that. Oh, my foot's asleep. That's cool. I already forgot what I was talking about. That doesn't take long. Raffle giveaway. Be the Bubs. Was that it? I knew there was something. I don't even know how I got it. But Zenbu, thank you. Unfortunately, this was before I was keeping track of anything. But I know Bourbon picked it. So at least I thanked him. But thank you. The first time I've messed that up. Was it that one or was it something else? No, it was that one. Probably. See, Zenbu, you've given me so many, I cannot keep track. So technically, this is your fault. Don't stop, Zenbu. Don't, please. Oh, I saw KillCo. I was like, me again? You already said hello. Yes. If you didn't know, if you're in the area, there's got to be another little meetup at some point. I haven't decided when or where. Technically, I know where I want to go for this mini meetup, but god darn if it isn't summer. And let's just say my area is popular with tourists right now. And the place I want to go to is dead center of tourist town, which sucks. But we'll see. I'll figure something else out. Next month is my birthday month. And yes, I say birthday month. Because I don't do a day. It's not birthday, it's birthday month. The whole month is me. And I've only started doing that recently. I think it has something to do with the fact that I was cheated out of my 40th birthday because it wasn't 2020. We all know what that was like. So ever since, it's been birthday month, and it's going to stay that way. And I only wish I had done it sooner. Pour the whiskey, Brian. All right, relax. This is our first schwample of the evening for this raffle giveaway. It is a Buffalo Trace. It is tasty. I'm actually interested to see what it's like after having that Buffalo Trace. This is one of the few bottles I feel like I should just drink straight out of because it looks so ridiculous. I won't do that, but I know some people will and have in all likelihood just because of what it is. I think it's the lip. It makes it look like something you should sip out of, like a wine bottle or something. Not that you should sip out of wine bottles directly either. Ooh. This is a fun song. What the hell? Nope, that's driving me nuts. It's distracting. Who's a little too problematic with noises? Not me. This has got a bit of an Eagle Rare vibe. Except it's not grape, it's cherry. Man. This is an actual good Buffalo Trace. Blanton's. They both start with B. Blanton's. And if anyone's curious, this is what? The N. Blanton's. There we go. I forgot what it actually spells out. It's a Blanton's. And I have the N. So you can't have it. I'll collect them all someday. If somehow all of them just land in my freaking lap. So, who knows? I like the idea. I think that's the problem I had when I first got one. It was like, oh, good, I got a Blanton's. This is great. And then I got another. It's like, it's a different thing. It's like a A. Where is it? Here we go. Sorry, it's a T. So once you have two, you get that, so it's loud. You get that twitchy feeling of, well, it's like I have two already. I could get the rest now. It's like a Pokemon problem. Gotta catch them all. And I've seen those for $100, which is absurd. It's a little spicier than the Buffalo Trace. Or that Buffalo Trace. But it's nice though. It fades away. Trying to get a bead on what the sweetness is. There we go. Hint of oak. That's caramel to me. And vanilla. Oh, two flavors I really like. You ever hang out with me and we're getting coffee? I'll probably get a caramel latte or a vanilla latte or a caramel macchiato. It's a specific favorite of mine. And though I do like the caramel macchiatos you get at like Starbucks, I really like the ones that are actually made correctly. So it's like Italian style, which is, you know, a couple of shots of espresso with a little bit of foam on top and some caramel, I think. It's been a long time since I've had one of those, actually. Note to self, get one. Gotta make sure everything's still working. Hold on. There we go. Good. I get twitchy with these streams, I swear. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the other thing up. There we go. I knew I was going to forget that. But might as well start that now, since I've only just now started sipping on these. And like I said, if you want to try Blanton's and you don't want to get a whole damn bottle and you can't find one, however I do know a lot of the whiskey folk who watch my channel in particular either have tried it or have all of them. Possibly. I don't know. I know for a fact, not for a fact, I am almost 100% certain that the It's Bourbon Night channel has the whole collection. And if they didn't, I would be extremely surprised. What I do want to get someday, there's a couple of Buffalo Trace things I want to refill. The ability to do so, however, is lacking. And I mentioned, again, I like Buffalo Trace stuff, unfortunately for me. Brian Powers, hello, hi, welcome. Convenient that you show up because there's a Powers in the lineup here. How is that possible? There you go. KillCo sample pack. It's this. And you can enter through, well, the three options. The Mega Chat, which makes the rabbit show up. The PayPal and the Venmo. I knew I missed one earlier. But those are your options. And that'll start kicking up around 7 o'clock as it usually, it's 8 o'clock as it usually does. And thank you all of you who are hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate that. That is how the algorithm feeds. You feed the algorithm and it feeds me more views. Or something like that. Gets me some Wybuth. We got a lot last Sunday, I will admit. Roy just being here is like, oh, Roy being here is one thing, but Roy also was kind enough to do his Patreon stream, which I watched most of. And then he pretty much told him, by the way, I'm going over here next if you want to hang out some more. And boom, 10 subscribers. Or I actually don't know how many subscribe because sometimes it doesn't tell me exactly how many. It's a weird thing being on the other end of subscribes. You never know when a name will show up or will not. So if someone subscribed now, something would happen. But that doesn't usually happen during live streams except for last week. And it was wild. I just went off 3 or 4 times during the stream. I loved it. Same goes for patrons. By the way, I have a Patreon. Self-promotion. It's not that I don't want more patrons. I just don't like saying things about... I don't know why I don't like saying that. There's no good reason. I have a Patreon. It's great. Please join. Oh, I did find something out recently, though, and I haven't mentioned this to patrons yet. So if you're here and you're a patron, guess what? Rumor has it that Patreon is going to do away with lenses. I don't know if this is true yet, but just the rumor itself is enough to make me annoyed because I use those a lot. They're fun. It's a way to connect with the people who actually are on Patreon. So we'll see. Whoa, hello. Jeez. Uh-oh. Boonk, rabbit. I see a Zen boot. Hold on. Oh, man, what are you doing? Sorry, this thing keeps switching over to freaking top chat. I don't want that. 4 entries from me, plus a tip for the money. Thank you. So for only 4? All right. Appreciate that. Zen boot, why would you want to try a Bland's? What is wrong with you? I'm kidding. Let's see. I remember how to do this. Just 4. I like that. And thank you for tipping the rabbit. Yeah, I have mentioned this before on my live streams that the rabbit does take a cut. Actually does. Because that's how this works. Never had Bland's, Jimmy? What? Well, if you win the raffle, you get it. Or you get in touch. We'll see. We'll see what you can do. And I say that because he is a local. There are very few local whiskey folk around here. But also because I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, I'm not. But I'm fairly certain I know what I'm talking about. You know what, Jimmy Jazz? I'm missing up you and JJ again because you both have J's. It's messing me up. There you go. See? Zenboot's cool with it. Saying, if I win, you can take the bourbon because I don't want it. Zenboot, have you tried any of these? As my voice goes higher. I know you've had the 3-quart, or at least I think you have. I don't know if you've had the Powers, though. It's very hard to keep track of everyone who has whiskey. Have you noticed that? It's hard for me to keep track of this, but I'm doing it somehow. That's great. Something a little odd about it while I was talking. Okay. I had a flash of Oreo cookie go through my brain. I like Oreo cookies. I shouldn't, because they're just sugar. Vanilla sugar cream, of course, with a dark, not dark, but a chocolate, crunchy cookie. I haven't had them in a while. I may change that soon. Same goes for brownies. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. Unfortunately, again, I also have a thing for weeded whiskey. Specifically Buffalo Trace. Although the larceny pick, as I mentioned, just hiding down here, was very good. At least that one was. I think, well, I'm fairly certain I did a video on larceny. But I really don't know. This is why I make videos. If you're new here, the reason I started making whiskey videos at all was just to see if I like whiskey. And then it basically rolled into so I could remember. That's what it was. I was getting into whiskey, and the only way for me to actually remember what it was like and if I liked it was to record a video. So if I was like, did I like that whiskey, I could go back and check rather than taking notes. So I have a whole collection of whiskeys I've tried, but do I remember what they are? No. Not at all. Not all of them. Hell, I don't remember what I did last month. I know what I did in March, because it's Irish month. So I had a lot of Irish whiskey, including this one. The Powers JL, which again, we don't speak of. We don't say the name just so we can hide the truth from others. They must never know. So don't tell anyone it's here. And don't share it with anyone. Don't tell anyone about it. I'm like bending the rule right now so others can try it. But once you try it, don't tell anyone else. Buy the bottle and share with friends. There we go. You will pop up here if you tip with the rabbit. I forgot to mention that. So don't be afraid. The rabbit doesn't bite. Don't think so. But they do take a cut. Thus the PayPal and Venmo option. I'm actually looking forward to getting to these other three because I did pick some really good ones tonight. How to end dry week. Pick a bunch of whiskeys you know that are really good. Done. I actually haven't had the 3-quart in a while. That was the other reason. I wanted to give a Irene Tan pick out there since you cannot get that unless you're familiar with her store. And her store is in Connecticut. So if you're not in any of the New England states, you're going to have a hard time getting there unless you like to drive or fly or that sort of thing. Now, some of you out there are mad enough to drive there from New York, but I couldn't do that. However, I have been thinking about things. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. Actually, check that. I don't usually stop. But I want to do some traveling in this summer, but I don't have the money to do it. So I've actually been mulling over the idea of going to places in New England that I don't think I've ever been. I haven't really traveled New England much, even though I've lived in Rhode Island my whole life. But then again, you live in Rhode Island, you usually don't go very many places. But I've been thinking about going to New Hampshire or Vermont. I've been to Vermont numerous times. Or Maine. I don't know if I've ever been to Maine. I think I have, but I want to go into the wild, into the wilderness, or into the ocean areas and get away from it all. Slightly inspired by a friend of mine. What do I even call her? I could use a real name, but I think it's, what is it on Instagram? Triple Fish Amy? Triple Fish Design? I forget. Such a good friend. Anyway, she lives the RV lifestyle and taking care of campsites. So she has been mobile and nomad-like for a while. And I've thought about doing that for a while. Like before 2020, there was serious thoughts of getting in and buying an RV and just going, because The price of my rent keeps going up and going up and going up and going up and going up. It still is. I'm wondering when it's going to be $1,000. And if you think that's cheap, it isn't. Sure, kitty, meow. Meow. Hello. Welcome to this mess. Please, remember to paw, at least in your case, the like button. You're already a subscriber, I know you are. Every time I do that, chat disappears. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, traveling is a possibility this summer. Maybe in July, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. The idea is I would be doing it by car. So I would straight up, 100%, just be driving around, updating patrons every once in a while. All the lenses are going now. So it'd probably be Instagram. And what else? I'd be puttering around. I'd just be going to different places I feel like going to, driving there. And instead of staying at hotels, I would be staying in my car. It sounds like I'll be kind of miserable, but it might be nice. I don't know. I've never done it. I have slept in my car before, so that would be new. I know the back seat is not very comfortable to sleep on. So maybe I just do the passenger side. There are weird rules about sleeping in your car in the driver's side, or maybe that's just... Or is that if you've drank alcohol? I forget. That's right, Sugar Kitty. They said that name I can't remember how to pronounce. Torboneg. Torbahab. Sweet. Let's finish off this Blanton's. Again, this is the good bottle. It tastes super. I really should drink the rest of this, come to think of it. Because then it's just done. If you've ever seen my review of Blanton's, or my, I don't know, yeah, I guess I gotta call that, my review of Blanton's. I don't like the word review, for the record. But people look for that word, so I use it. Borrow a small tent. Torveg. Vog. Vague? Torveg? I don't know how to say that either. You're either saying vague or vog. Vaju. Vaju. Vajoya. Let's not say that. I've looked into something like that, Sugar Kitty. I wouldn't be outside of my car because paranoid. Even the idea of going places and sleeping in my car makes me nervous because I expect someone to break in and murder me. But that's just the norm in my head. But I would definitely be in the car while sleeping. I would not be going around in tents outside of the car at any point in time. Oh, Jeebus. That sounds bonkers. 2-month coast to coast. As kids, okay, that's a little different. I don't think my car could make it. I'm even sketchy about driving it around New England for long distances. I heard about that. That was part of it. I mean, I wouldn't do the hammock tent because, again, outside, no. But I do have a pretty good trunk on my car. Oh, vague. Torah. I was like, Torah. Ah, stereotypes. Why? Stop. You know what? Sorry, the chat thing is being super weird tonight. Because I click on a name, like this, and I click it again, then it shows me a list of things I can do that I don't want to see because it's not a thing. By the way, since I can't see it, I don't know if it's here. Is there like a emote thingy near the chat on this right now? I assume there isn't. Yes. I was at the her stream recently, and I did take a look at the tents. They're pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I like the idea if I were to go camping. But I'm not one to go camping. Unless I went with Adriana and her husband. But Otherwise, I wouldn't feel safe going anywhere by myself. Even the freaking car thing. It's like, maybe. Nah. Still doing it. Well, that's not right. Whatever. I'll figure that out later. I don't understand. That's a new problem. That's a new issue. Cool. My shift buttons should be fine. They're both up. Did it go away? Shit. Shouldn't have. Oh, I accidentally pinned yours. Ha! Shoot. Oh, it's all the way. It's too far gone. I don't even know how I did that. Probably because my freaking mouse is acting weird. Unpin. You silly son of a... Alright, hold on. This will take a memento. Oh, how do I even do this? Oh, that's right. There are ways to do things. Apple Hands is nice. I enjoy it. I will attempt to drink that a little more often because I want to get rid of the bottle. The other one, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with. Very likely the same thing I'm going to do with the bullet is to just make old fashions out of it because it's not the best. What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so that's how that happened. I start talking about how my mouse is being weird and it's popping up things I don't want to deal with. Suddenly, the comment I had pinned that makes it easier for everyone to donate or get a raffle ticket. Oh, thank you. How did you find it? Just as I'm about to do it. Thank you, thank you. Pin your comment instead. Hopefully those links work. I can't tell. Yep. It isn't. Let me do the thing. Hold on. I will copy yours, and then I will fix it, because it doesn't like, as usual, it doesn't like the StreamYard thing. Stream Elements, sorry. I always get this confused. What I can do. This is the joy of interneting, folks. Making a channel and doing live streams, and something always goes wrong. And it's okay. It's not a major issue. There we go. Pop. And that's the one I always check, by the way. Wow. For whatever reason, the Stream Elements thing is always an issue. Oops. There we go. All good, I think. If anyone wants to get some raffle tickets now, to just help me see it works. So far, I know who's winning. So that's good. I can actually hand deliver those. Moving on to number 2, B, A. Number B. Alright, definitely need to be a little more careful clicking on names. Yeah, it's annoying as hell. That's the one that causes the problems the most. So I have to check it every time. I check all of them. I have to check all of them every time, because the last thing I want is for people to try to get raffle tickets, click on the link, and it just doesn't work. Because that's a deterrent. People will just go, ah, screw it, I didn't want it anyway. But you did. So this is powers. I'll pour a little for myself, if you don't mind. Hey, okay. Professional. Unnecessary that, but I am one of those people who, if the strip doesn't line up, even after I've opened it, it bugs the hell out of me. Does anyone else have that problem? Because that just happened with that bottle. There's a tear strip thing right here, little tack strip. That's what it usually is, or was. And if it doesn't line up, I get real twitchy. whiskey that must not be named exactly. Call it JL. Oh, where's Four Leaf? I know she likes this one. Got a lot of people who know what it is like this one. Like apples and... What's the green melon? Honeydew melon? Vanilla. Just standard. It really does smell good. I'll have a little now just because. Oh. Yes! Another whiskey I can drink more of. Oh. You have no idea how much that just improved my mood. The other two whiskeys are good. But there's something about a solid Irish whiskey that just... It hits me in my Irish heritage soul. Oh, I gotta revisit the motherland. I'm sorry, I have to visit the motherland. I've never been there. Ireland, I mean. Yeah, it's really freaking good. Good. I mean, I might pour more of that later. You know? I'll tell you a little more about it if you don't know more. Single pot still. Already delish. Triple distilled. 12 years. That's what I'm talking about. 12 years old. Not cheap. This was at least 60 something odd dollars, very likely 70. Muskmelon. Huh. You know, I wonder if it's my mouse. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Stop. Oh, and before I forget, Happy Pride Month, everyone. That slipped my mind. I don't think I talked about that at all last week with Roy, but then again, I was talking to Roy, which was awesome. Does this look familiar, by the way? I put a lot of effort into making this damn thing. This is why I'm pointing it out at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Gotta go around. Nope. This doesn't work at all. There we go. There. I'm trying to avoid the black box. There we go. But I made that logo, sort of, but it also was imitating a different logo, which you may or may not recognize. No. Slapshots Roadhouse. I see you there. God, go stop doing that. That's going to drive me nuts. It was wonderful, very easygoing, and a straightforward circular route. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to go there. I can actually... All right. I was checking out my 23andMe earlier because I saw some random thing for 23andMe on YouTube, and that's how the algorithm works. Was my point. I can actually see where my heritage is from in Ireland, so I can actually see on the map which areas I specifically was genetically attached to somehow. Oh, everything moved. Oh, everything's moving still. There we go. Slapshots from Rose. Hello. Schwelcome. My brother of the same name. I'm going to start saying that to all people named Brian. Ah, my brother of the same name. You have to say it just like that. It's very important. Very giddy. Something else happened to you again. Good God, man. Ugh. That is what I'm talking about. A whiskey that can change your freaking mood. I wasn't in a bad mood in particular. I was a little strung out. You know, doing a stream is a little bit stressful. But then you have a whiskey like this one, and it all just fades away. The rest of the alcohol I have may also be kicking in, but I think it was that. I was thinking to taste that one. Oh, geez. Father's side. I just can't tell where in Ireland. The female side goes right down to a small town of 2,000. That's nuts. What was... Hold on. Lost my train of thought. Happens a lot. I believe Dublin. At least I'm assuming Dublin. And, you know, I can check. Let's check. Why not? It's my stream. I do what I want. And I'll show you everything. Here's my password. No. I want to remember what the heck it was. That's my problem. I want to be able to say precisely where I have been for all the internet to see. And more importantly, so I can remember where they are. All I have to do is watch my own live stream up until 8 o'clock. Okay, second hour of the stream. Start now. And go. This is the end. This is the prize. This is the raffle. I'm sampling on these now. We're on powers. And the last two. If these don't even improve my mood more, I don't know what will. All right, how do we even figure this out? Ancestry, there we go. Whoops. Another reason 23andMe has been in my brain is because my cousin recently did it. So that was cool. See the little connecting of the dots. My cousin lives in New Jersey. I don't want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that. What was the timeline? You know what? They've changed a lot on here. I don't even know where to look. Oh, carrier status. I was looking at that just for a refresher course. What could kill me? No, you're good. Are you sure? Your DNA says so. All right. Oh, hold on. My mother's German side are all unique names that I can just easily look up, and there are all the places they came from. Well, that makes it easier. Budge, I just made it go away. I'm gonna find this. That's the last thing I do, I swear. Aha! I found it. So, I am 99.7% European. What a surprise! Also, and then it goes into British Irish. And then it goes into Ireland. Highly likely match. It also says UK, highly likely match. So it must have been some crossing over. But the UK one is not even half as lit up as the Ireland is. So it looks like County Galway, County Cork, County Dublin. Yeah, I knew Dublin was in there somewhere. But it looks like all over, like almost every side of Ireland. East, west, south, all of it. But Dublin and it looks like Galway are the brightest. They have them like lit up. And it says Galway is Galway is the one that seems to be number one. It's Galway and Dublin. That's pretty Irish. I don't know much about Galway, but Dublin, I've heard that word before. I know that place. I know it exists. It's very popular. I know, right, Sugar Kitty? You guys should meet up, have a few drinks. Although he is a father of two, and he's married, so that puts a dampener on things. Although they've been traveling. So says Facebook. I don't really keep up too much. The country breaks down. The country breakdowns are not as accurate. The actual name matches are absolute. That is the biggest problem I have. If you don't know, and I don't expect most people to, my last name is Killavey. Good luck pronouncing that correctly. So that's why this channel is named KillCo, not because of murder, because the last part of my name starts with Kill. That's been fun to explain all my life. But it also makes it easy/hard to figure out where other people are, you know, with that last name. Because all it takes is, at least in recent history, is if a Killavey was female and they married someone else 100 plus years ago, that name gets buried because weirdness in life. Slapshot's done theirs. I did my 90% from Scotland, Ireland, England. My first American colonist, 16th great-grandfather, arrived from England in 1613 in Virginia, and I'm still here. Woof. It gets pretty wild if you go down the rabbit hole of family trees and heritage and genetics. It is wild. So you can trace yourself all the way back to Africa if you wanted. But for the most part, we're wondering about the last few hundred years. And I am very curious, much like in your case, like how did I end up here? I don't know anything past my grandmother. And even that's kind of fuzzy since my grandmother's been gone for, let's see, I'm 40 now, 42, going on 43. It's been almost 15 years, maybe more, since my grandma was alive. She was 92 or 93. Grandma Clavey, that is. Sorry. Oh, spoiler. That's how you say it. But yeah, I don't even know anything about her lineage. Like, I don't know her mother or her mother's mother or any of that. It's all just a blur. I have no idea how we even got here. She didn't have an accent of any sort, so it wasn't her coming down. So I assume it was her parents or her parents' parents. I mean, there's no way for me to know because keeping track of that is nuts. At best, I think you can go through like graveyards, especially with a last name like mine. If there's a gravestone, you can figure it out because there aren't many people with that last name. There's me, my brother, my mother, and my father. That's it. It's the only ones. John Adams, William Henry Harrison in C.T. Mass. Ooh. By 7 years, jeez. Oh, God damn it. Sorry, the only reason I'm saying God damn it is because now every time I click on someone's thing to pop it up, it's being annoying. Maybe it's because of this. Hold on. Nope, that wasn't it. Ugh. I'm going to try something. This is going to mess everything up for me for a moment. We'll see. Talk long enough tonight, somebody will find they're related to another. That's pretty much how it works. We're all brothers and sisters in the great world. Which is true. I'm of the mindset. Let's get into philosophy. I'm in the mindset of we're all human. Flat out. Unless you're not. And that just raises a whole bunch of other questions. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure most of us here are human. Even if we don't always behave it. Richard Stockton. Sign of Declaration of Independence from New Jersey. Well, what the hell? How patriotic of you. Thank you for your service. Let's try this. I'm going to get this out of my face for one thing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this. You don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. Forget about it. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. This may not work for the record. Oh, I'm going to go dark for a second. I'm going to black out. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh. Click, 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 clickety. Oh my God. Ignore that. That's when I forgot to turn off the intro. Because it doesn't turn itself off. Why would it? There we go. And the black screen is just something to do with the chat clickiness. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. If this doesn't work properly. Fuck. I don't know what the problem is. It's still happening. Unless technical difficulties. Not really, but also now it's annoying me. I am one of those people who, if I don't know what's wrong, and I can't really, but hello, also, there's me. Shut up. I'm gonna try something else. Pop out this chat. Will it work? Oh, it will. Good. Hang on. I feel like this won't fix anything. I'm gonna black out again. so don't mind. Oh, I can't see. What's happening? It's so dark. Save me. You do that off stream, by the way, so they can't tell what's going on. No, why? All right. The annoyance is gonna stay. Cool. I don't know why it's doing that. What is happening is every time I click on a name to show it here, there's that, well, this is a list that if you're a moderator you see, but it has a list of things I can do to you in the chat. And I don't want to accidentally do something. I don't want to kick someone out by accident, so it's really annoying. Or pin someone else's comment, which happened earlier. James Morgan. Maybe if I... Nope. Hello. Welcome. Now it's fine. You're here now. We were talking about heritage, and I was getting annoyed at the chat because it's acting weird, and I don't know what's wrong. Luke, I am your father. There you go. That's more and more likely these days. Well, I just know I'm from Rhode Island. That's all I know. Even my Grandma, I'm not going to say the name again because I want none of you to know how to say it. But my grandmother lived in Rhode Island for as far as I know for her whole life. I'll have to ask my dad. Papa KillCo, you here? I got questions about Grandma. I should probably ask my mom about that too. My mom was from Connecticut, I know that. But it's a matter of if they remember their grandparents. Grandma Kay, exactly. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Whew. It's also what my grandmother used to do. She makes that noise. She used to make that noise. It was funny. So the power is really good. Like every sip is delicious. You don't get that from a lot of whiskeys. But I do have a very tasty whiskey coming up next. Again, there's a raffle going on. And I don't know if the bot's doing its thing. And if it is, it's doing it poorly. There you go. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. It might be multitasking. Multitasking is rough. I do it a lot. I'm not very good at it. Oh, also, I've said this a few times recently, but I might be doing some gaming streams coming up. Undecided, because I haven't tried to do one yet, and the game I'm playing is pretty intensive on my computer, so I might have to tone the graphics down slightly to do it. But if you know what Diablo 4 is, stay tuned. If I can get it to play, if I can play the game and run the streaming software without issue, then I will. But I'm worried that if I try to do it, it's just going to break my computer. Because someday I will have to get a new one. Right now I do have a backup laptop. So that's good news. If anything ever happens to this computer, I will do my best to continue doing what I can do, because I have a very good laptop. Thanks to some patrons. You know who you are. It's actually next to my bed now. I've been trying to put some good use into it. But since it's the first time I've ever had a laptop, it's like, what do I do? I'm not traveling. That might be cool. If I could find Wi-Fi, that would be the hardest thing to do. But I could live stream from my car with my laptop if I travel this summer. Hey now. Stop. Nope. Sorry. Still trying to figure out what's wrong. It's not working. It's okay. I'm not going to think about it. I'm absolutely going to think about it. Oh, and if you're wondering, first of all, the power is JL. I can't tell you anymore. The Loch Lomond 10 is an Aquavitae pick. Aquavitae for the Roy. This is all I got left. We've been calling what the thing we found out tonight, the Tom thing, Zenboot thing. Sorry. Looks LLR. Looks like rain. This is a looks like rain model. It needs to go. Same with this 3-chord. They all need to be shared so other people can try them. The Roy's bottle is delicious, as is this. I knew it, Mike Franklin. Ain't a clan, a group, a guild, whatever they call it on there. Yep. You stepped in it. You know, there's nothing, you can't get away from it. We're just always here, at least on Fridays. And this is a longer stream, so I'm up even later for you. But I think you were here for last Sunday's stream with Roy. That was fun. I assume you were, but there were also a lot more people in chat than I'm used to. Ah! So good. I'm sorry. This is the nice thing about doing what I do. Is when I do the video, I'm enjoying the whiskey, I'm talking about the whiskey, but I'm not focused on the whiskey. I'm not just sippily enjoying it as I am now, which is to talk about it and let you know it's good, because I wouldn't give away these if it weren't. Oh, good. They're so good, I just have to share them. Although there's still thoughts in my head for December and pouring people some whiskeys that I don't like, along with whiskeys I do like. I think it was it. Naughty and nice samplers. Some of them will just be whiskeys I don't like, but there's 2 of them that people want to try. There's Dalmore and there's Macallan. Those are 2 bottles I do not like. So you can get to try those if you've ever wanted to. That's not until December, if I do that at all. I will very likely forget. 5-year Loch Lomond Distillery drop. What? How dare you? Give it to me. I have the 12, and that's it. Okay, I figured something else out, even though this is still annoying me. I click on the name and it still pops up, but if I hit the button, there's a clear button to make it go away. That doesn't cause it to pop up again, which is really annoying me. Donner Pass Whiskey, hello, and welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Happy Friday. Yes, happy dry week ending. Although I will be doing another dry weekish thing next week. So if I mentioned this earlier in the stream, I'll mention it again for those of you showing up. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe, because it feeds the algorithm overlords, and we want more people here. So subscribe to the channel and make this place even more epic. What was I saying? I forgot. Shoot. I was talking about how good this whiskey was. And then everything goes away. I forgot what I was talking about. Welcome to my brain, folks. I was talking about something 2 minutes ago and I forgot what it was completely. Much better. I could always rewind stream. Just look back. I have Loch Lomond 12. I know we talked about Loch Lomond for a moment there. Oh, yes. Light fruit, fizzy. I don't even have to put it in the glass now. As you can tell, I've had a few pours from this. Whoop, easy. And once again, the idea is to finish off bottles like this and share it with those of you who are out there. So far, I know who's going to win. And I'm sure he'll enjoy all of these. Well, maybe not all of them. That first one is questionable. And that is a Bland's. Whoa, everything jumped high. Yes, Macallan and Dalmore. Both for 12 years. I did not like either of them. I have revisited the bottles. It's been a while. And I was surprised by going to the sampler thing we did. Zen Boot knows, Jim Jazz knows. And one of the highest ranking ones. I don't know if it was my favorite, but there was a Macallan 18 year in there that I liked, which surprised the hell out of me. However, Macallan 12 year, I don't know what they're doing to it. Not great. But just add, 6 more years to it. It's okay. I can only imagine what the cost is. Yes. I did do that one year. I don't remember what year, but it was something I tried out. Oh my gosh, Daughter Pass Whiskey's fucking that's why I'm sharing it with people, because it's going to be gone. Like, this is it. And it's getting to that point where I want it to be gone. Like, again, we've dubbed this, at least as of tonight, LLR, Looks Like Rain, because when you finish a bottle, you flip it over and you sing It's Raining Men. Don't ask why. It's not supposed to make any sense. It's better that way. The less you know, the better. But now you know that. Finish off a bottle, tip it over, play It's Raining Men. You'll feel better. Grab your umbrellas. Ugh. This is nice too in a completely different way. It's still sweet, but it's not as vanilla sweet as the Powers. It's got more fruit notes to it, like pear and peach. Even apple, green apple. It almost smells crisp, but it also has that fizzy thing. Once Roy told me about the fizzy note, the effervescent note, and the fizziness, hold on. There it is. It dances on the tongue. My goodness. The texture on this is just a little better than the Powers. I don't know why. And that's surprising. Like, the Powers should be, it's triple, a single pot, triple distilled. It has to be copper. They don't do otherwise, do they? I hope not. Does anyone do otherwise? I'm not sure. Column stills are different. Oh, the Gold Macallan 12 sherry cask in the light brown box is fantastic. Always on the lookout for them dusties on the shelf. Well, if I see one, I'll tell you, because I'm sure I couldn't afford one. That is still an option for some people. And I say that very lightly, because I have to know you at least a little bit. Can't just pop into my chat one time and be like, hey, get me a bottle. But since Irene Tan's bottles are fairly hard to get, if there is ever one you hear about and you want it, I might know a way to get it to you. She's not that far away. And I have to go to her store at some point soon because I haven't tried her latest Clonakilty pick. I don't even remember what it is. It's Clonakilty finished in something. But I want to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Epi Besant. Maybe. Oh, that's so good. I love it. Like the few moments of happiness in my life are after a few sips of amazing whiskey. There are other moments. Usually involves food or cake. I've been bad. Mike Franklin, thank you. Now it's even. Dun dun dun. Two very generous individuals, by the way. Mike Franklin loves his whiskey too. I don't have to type this out 4 times, Brian. Just copy paste now. I'm hopeless. There you go. All right, 50-50. I like those odds. You both like those odds, I hope. Thank you, Mike Franklin, for entering. Again, to anyone who's just showing up or who's feeling that itch from me just trying these and being like, oh, God, so good. There are links in the pinned comment for Mega Chat, which is the rabbit. It's like Super Chat for the people who aren't 1,000 subscribers. Venmo, PayPal. $5, 1 entry. Clear. Oh, you know what that one? Question mark. The thing didn't pop up there. Hello. What's this? What is this? I didn't catch this. There's that one. Yes. I'm double checking something. I'm glad I did. Ugh. No, go away. Don't. Cell phones are complicated places. Especially on my phone. Oof. Does anyone want to watch me try to learn Japanese some more? I didn't hear a no. Boop. Aha! Jimmy Jazz, did you put in some entries and I just didn't say anything? Or is that someone else? Because again, things don't always coincide. Don't lie to me. I'll find you. I know where you... No, I don't. I immediately forget where I do anything. You guys tell me. Because there's definitely a J and a J person who entered. But there's also more than one J person here. Or this has been here. I have a feeling it's you. But you tell me. You tell me soon. I'm putting your name in anyway. If it's not you, speak now or forever your peace. And the only way you can verify is by saying what the name on Venmo is. But I know you didn't want to pay the rabbit. That was 34 minutes ago. Well, how did I not see that? What the hell? So now it's a threesome. Three-way. Yeah. That sounds a little better. That's fine. I just didn't see it. I didn't see the at. If you did at me, I didn't see it. But you're in. Safe. You can thank Mike Franklin for that, because I didn't hear anything. There's no way for me to check unless I see it here. And that's Zenboot. We're good. Good. I really need to check this more often because it's very easy to miss. Oh, there's another one. I see the name. At me, bae. I don't know why I just said that. Now it's getting crazy. That's another one that was a while ago. Oh, I know who that is. Oh, what trouble this one. I think. It's actually really hard to tell. Yeah, it is. This is a very, very rare hand delivery one. Hold on. Well, if you're here, still, look for 2 entries. I actually don't know what his online name is. Speak now, forever hold your peace. You're getting entered anyway. But if there's a certain Nick out there, whom I may know in person, who entered, do let me know. Because you're in, but I don't know if you're still here. Again, I missed it. Another good save from Mike Franklin on Venmo. Says I just don't check Venmo right away. I don't check any of these right away. Alright, got that one, got that one, got that one. We good. I think. You know what? It's not any easier to keep track of everything after having 4 whiskeys. Technically. Especially after dry week. Whee! Yes. I didn't. They just showed up. But Roy absolutely brought a bunch of people in to watch this chaos. And I'd love to say get some samples, but unfortunately, hard to do that. Yeah, Mike Franklin cleans up on the rebound, right? Unfortunately, he also just had more people enter that I just didn't see. Because nothing showed up on my phone. But that's partially my fault. You know what I forget to do? I forget to actually open the 2. So I have to open PayPal and Venmo for them to let me know anything. Because I put them on quiet because I don't want pop-ups. So that should be good now. But I have I got Jimmy Jazz, but I have one other who I know who it is. There's actually a certain someone who I exercise with on the semi-regular who also likes whiskey. So that would be a definite hand delivery. But they are in for 2 entries. And there's some harsh competition. But thankfully, Mike Franklin, if you lived closer, I could absolutely hand deliver for you. But we have to do a different hand delivery method if you win. Again, we'll see. But thank you all for entering, because that's a whole bunch of tickets right there. I will let you all know, part of the reason I'm doing a raffle tonight, unfortunately, is because the IRS is after me. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. Easy tie. Whoa, Jesus. Love it. Ah, you son of a... Sorry, not you. What was my point? I forgot what I was talking about again. Oh yeah, the IRS is after me. I got that piece of physical mail yesterday. That sucked. Not for too much though. It's like $300 something odd, which I can pay off over time. But that wasn't fun news. So expect even more giveaway live streams. It's fine. It doesn't help that I haven't done taxes in numerous years because I haven't actually had a job of any sort. And I still don't. But there's Patreon to consider. Although I don't think they have to look at that in my state yet. What else? That was it. My parents are helping me out. That's the other thing. But that shouldn't count, but it does. Let's get real, folks. I've had enough drinks for that to be a thing. So I'm on Social Security Disability Insurance. I have Medicare, Medicaid, which is very helpful. And I pay your taxes, right? Except I don't make enough money for them to do that. There's no making of money. It's all in the negative. I'm on what's not food stamps. The Snap card, I have that. So every month I'm giving a little bit more to actually buy food, which has been super good lately. Hopefully that will never change. I like not having to go even further into debt every couple weeks. What else do I got? Those are some big ones, but that's my actual living situation. I know a lot of people on the internet and in the whiskey tube world in particular, they don't need to talk about their life situation because it's very different from mine. Typically having houses and a partner and children, disturbing things to have really, but blah. Not for me. I have whiskey bottles and an internet connection. Yes, so much better. But that does tell you why I do giveaways a lot more often than most channels. There's a reason. Besides wanting to share the whiskey. That's the main point. But there's also the I wish I had super chats because that's so much easier for people. Oh, and while I'm thinking about that, to also help my parents out, there's going to be a giveaway in November. It's a ways off. And I also wanted to mention next month, which is my birthday month, is also the month that Whiskey Mountains is doing her big raffle giveaway thing for Alzheimer's research. Because she actually works in Alzheimer's research. I don't have the link, but if you go to her channel, Whiskey Mountains, easy enough. I believe she has it there somewhere. That hasn't officially started yet, but I already put in a little bit. I don't remember how much. But I want to help. And the November one would be for my parents, for helping with the pancreatic cancer costs, which suck. That is another thing people don't talk about very often. So first of all, you have cancer. Second of all, it costs a lot to deal with. I know Kira did one for her father recently, and that did very well. Ridiculously well. I think it was over $20,000, which is just mind-boggling to me. Granted, last year's fundraiser for the same thing to help my parents out with costs of everything still also was amazing and astounding and hard for me to believe. Still is. If I think about it too long, I'm not going to do that. But that is going to happen again. I'm still trying to sort out bottles. So that's going to happen. She did, James Morgan. She did her live stream Wednesday? Wednesday. I really don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday. But you can check out her channel, whiskeymountains.com. Whiskeymountains.com. Whiskey Mountains on YouTube. I can't talk words. Me no good. Me talk pretty one day. It's a book, by the way. Yes, she did. I think she talked about it a little bit. But yeah, she got a promotion, which is really a big part. And she's going to crazy places. She's going to like a glacier or something. Glacier Park? Does anyone else remember? Doesn't work too well. I know she'll be out in the wilds and recording some stuff. Because she works a lot. This is so good. Oh my God. Hobada. I'm looking forward to the 3-chord next, by the way. If you just got here, these are on the raffle. The raffle's going to go for about, let's see, 20 more minutes? 8:50 on my end. And then we'll wrap it up. Oh, thank you. Coincidentally, believe it or not, my father has been doing audiobooks for decades, or had been. He finally had to retire because, cancer will do that to you. But if you go on Audible, and if you go to the link below, most importantly, there's a book called Whiskey Women. I think me and Roy talked, weirdly enough, more little connections and, serendipitous situations, where I had talked about the Whiskey Women book by Fred Minnick that my father had recorded, which also is how we got into whiskey. Link down there, I think. It's on Audible, Amazon, Audible, whatever it is. Roy had the book. Roy had the Whiskey Women's book, which was hilarious. The actual book, he even showed it. But if you want to listen to the audiobook version where my dad's talking and doing audio acting stuff, you start there. It's a good start. And there are a heck of a lot of books by him. Just go look up Jimson Recordings on Audible or Amazon or whichever one it is. They're both the same. There are quite a few. I don't even know how many. I think it's hundreds. I know that. Or at least a few hundred. Dad, if you're still here, let me know. I forget. Oh. Glacier National Park should look more glacier like this year after our winter. Should it? Will it? I don't know. I have never been. I don't even know where it is. I'm going to guess it's north. In Canada, maybe. El Nino. People have said that. We're going to start talking about the weather again. I know it's going to happen. I've heard about El Nino every few years. I don't understand it completely, but it's one of those things where everyone's like, oh no, something's going to happen. And it's like, I don't see anything changing here. It's New England. It is actually colder around here, though. Let me check. I saw this early, and I was like, it just went, what? How dare you? Let me double check. Hold on. I must have seen it wrong, because it felt wrong. It is 14 degrees Celsius here right now. That's a pretty good temperature, actually. I had to do the translation in my head. Donner Pat, hold on, one thing at a time. Montana, and a beautiful state park, or a beautiful park. I assume it's state, no idea. National, even. I'll put it on the list. I have a long list of places I want to go. Getting smoke from Canada fires Brian. Not really. I don't know if I'm too far north. I know New York is getting slammed. I know a few other places nearby, but I think I'm too close to the ocean. I don't know how that works, but it fizzles out a great deal here, and I think the wind coming off the ocean in general, I don't know. I don't understand how everything works, but I think maybe that has something to do with it. Just being right on the coast like I am. It's not crazy around here. As I said, I've seen pictures of other places and just gone, oh, how is that like that? That's nuts. Yes, I'm good with it. If you know me and you've been here long enough, you have heard me say numerous times, I prefer slightly colder temperatures. I am happy at 40 something degrees Fahrenheit with a t-shirt and jeans, as long as there's no crazy wind. That's really what does it. We all know that. It's gonna be 60 degrees outside Fahrenheit. You can be like, "Yay, this is nice." But if there's a strong enough breeze, it'll feel like 50 something. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little hazy, and I can't really tell, at least I couldn't tell today because it's been overcast and raining. So even that would just kind of fizzle out any kind of lingering air issues. But it has been, the warnings and the bad air quality stuff all over the place. It's weird. It feels a bit apocalyptic. Like there's a fire in Canada. It's sweeping over the whole of New England. No one can breathe. Ah. I'm going to stay inside where it's air conditioned and hold my breath. Folks, you got about 9 minutes to get in on this. I'm sorry, these are all so good. I cannot state that enough. These are delicious. You must taste them. I cannot give them to you this way. It doesn't work. I'm trying. It's not working. So there are other ways. And this is the best one for me and you. Mostly for me, but no, for you. You get to try some whiskey you never try in your life. In your life. I feel like a salesman. You can only get this here and nowhere else, see? Come on down, spin the wheel. Jimmy Jazz is a local. We hang out, we play poker and drink whiskey and cigars. We don't drink the cigars. We don't do any of that actually, but I think it's funny. I have a very funny wait, have you ever seen that painting of dogs playing poker? Because that's what's in my mind, except it's me, Zen Bood, Cliff Smith, and Jimmy Jazz all just hanging around drinking whiskey and playing cards. Like that painting. Why? I don't know. My brain's a weird place. It's all right. I only live here. You don't have to worry about it. But that's a fun mental image to me. Don't worry, we're not dogs. But it would be funny if we were. Thus begs the question, what kind of dog would you be? Oh, God. You know what I'm saying? I get Jimmy Jazz and JJ confused enough, let alone if Jimmy Leg pops in here. Ugh. I'm bad with names. It doesn't matter if they're on the internet. See samples instead of chips. Don't make me want chips. There is a vending machine down the hallway, and I swear to sweet Jeebus, I will go right now and get some chips. Oh wait, I don't need to. I have I have something better. Cheez-It. Family size, which I didn't know when I bought it. Now you're wondering, well, how would you not know you bought it, that it's that size? Well, have you heard about anxiety? Well, I have that, and plenty of it. So I am at the point where I'm not glad the pandemic happened, but it gave me an opportunity to not have to go into grocery stores. Especially Stop and Shop. For whatever reason, Stop and Shop's tweaked me out. Local Clements Market, which is where I do most of my shopping, which is stupid because it's expensive, but it's so good. But Stop and Shop is like 5 minutes from me. I just don't like going in there, so special order. There you go. I kind of regret I somewhat regret not going in there and poke. I think we went in there, did we? Just to look around? It was just another room where people smoke cigars. And honestly, that whole place gave me a weird vibe. If you go to a place and you feel like it's haunted, that's the kind of feeling I got there. Like ghosts of very old white men with their paintings on the wall, and that gave me a very Disney Haunted Mansions vibe. Like they're still here somehow. 5 minutes left. This is your last chance. Let me double check to make sure nothing else has happened. Okay, good. As much as I want a million entries, because that would help a lot. I'm so happy that any of you actually do this. I hope you will enjoy these samples. I haven't poured them yet, but I will. They're going to be the 2-ounce samplers. Oh, and for anyone paying attention to ages ago, I know she was here earlier, EMC, or Emily as we know her. She has officially gotten her samples from 2 months ago because we had an arrangement. And it is complicated. Anyway, she's got her stuff now. There was a slow roll on that, but we got it. Yes. Something I enjoy, but also it's very... How do I describe it? It has more of an aquavite vibe. The tastings that Sebby was mentioning. And I'm very much just to give me the whiskey and drink it when I'm around other people doing a thing. Especially if I was in the whiskey vault, it'd be a different thing. But if I'm out somewhere around people I don't know, I limit who I interact with. It's just a thing I do. Ooh. Alta Bahani. Alta Ben. A bit of a. Yay! Yes, there was just a delay. Life stuff on her end, but she finally got her samples. Hopefully she's getting to enjoy those sometime soon. I told her you can have them any way you want, and also give a few blind tasting stuff. So I haven't actually told her what she got yet. But if you go back to whenever that was, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, you can find out. 3 minutes left! Making that noise a lot tonight. I don't know what's going on. Mind you, I'm doing it on purpose. Because if I wasn't, there'd be a bigger problem. Speaking of which... Oh, let's go up, huh? That's really good. Fahrenheit next week. Good grief. No, thank you. I'm okay with 80, but it gets kind of muggy around here. It gets somewhat muggy around here. Again, being right next to the ocean and the water everywhere. Gets warm. It rains a good deal. All right, last sample of my evening on stream. I don't know what I'm going to drink next, for the record. Probably nothing. The smart thing to do would be nothing, since I haven't drank in 5 days. But maybe in a little while I'll have something else. But this is it. 3-chord Butterscotch Sundae. Butterscotch Sundae. Nailed it. This is a Whiskey Mentor's pick, and this is the highest proof right now in this sampler, 57.3%. You'll never guess what it tastes like. I'm sorry. I hope no one has a problem with that noise, because it's hilarious to me. He does it. Steady on. Get all the water out of this. You know what I'll do? I'll just pour a little more of this tonight. This is what I'll end the night with. That's the smart thing to do, Brian. Yeah, well, who said I was smart? There we go. That is a solid pour to end the evening with. After having 4 other whiskeys, this is the 5th. Take care of yourself, folks. Drink some water. Hydration is key. Eat a little food. That's another option I have. I had a sandwich before the stream started, which was good on my part, because I almost didn't. 60 seconds left! Well, less than 60 seconds, but who's counting? And we can do the raffle. Let's see what happens. I've toned down my swearing on my channel a little bit because I need to appease the YouTube overlords. I'm a good boy. Monetize me, damn you. I don't say fucking shit and bitch. Ever. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. You know what? I have the person I have to thank for that kind of stuff in entertainment is Robin Williams. He swore a lot, and it was funny. Any idea of the 3-quart mash bill? No. Hold on. There's stuff on the label. That's upside down. It says it's 100% heavy toast in the barrel. Oh, there it is. Oh, God, that's hard to read. It is 73% corn, 20% rye, and 7% malted barley. This is bottle 8 of 120. Guess what? There are very likely none left at her store. I'm not even sure if I have a backup. Let's see. Oh, I do. So while this bottle is almost gone, there is another. It's a vague reference to something that people may not remember. Oh, you know what's going on? I just realized something. I was looking at my screen and getting tweaked out because something looks off. There you are. Ooh. I have an app on my computer that I keep forgetting to turn off, but it tones down the white, the glare color from my screen, so my eyes aren't being affected. It's a silly thing. It's called Flux. I think. Hold on. I just shut it down, so it's not there. FLUX. If your eyes hurt and you stay up too late, well, I need to change that time to not when the sun goes down. Because the whole screen went yellowish. I'm like, that's weird. I hope it doesn't look like that. Oh my gosh, James Morgan, it's so good. I haven't had a sip yet. Let's go on the nose. Alright, Raffle's over. Let me turn everything off here. Please remember to like and subscribe. Nail it. Scrolly, waffles, there we go. Waffles. And blah, blah, blah. Neighbors are playing a lot of music. That means they're going to do something soon. I won't tell you what. Woo! It's even sweeter than I remember. Wow. I'm really torn out of which one I like the most out of these. And believe it or not, the 3-quart isn't it. The 3-quart is very good, but it's up against a Powers and a Loch Lomond special pick. And honestly, and thankfully, let's be clear, the Power is what I'm leaning towards as the favorite of these 4, which is it's ridiculous. But something about Irish whiskey, man, it always finds a way into my heart. 4-Leaf would be very pleased. So keep that in mind for whomever gets these samples. Let me finish the stream before it's too late. Let's see. Do I remember how to do this? Let's find out. Bye-bye. I don't know if that worked. Oh, please. Hi, it worked. Randomize. You ready? I'm not. Bloop. There it is. Advisory. We only blah, 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 words. There is how it lined up. Let me bring chat back so I can see what's going on. There we go. So we have 1 and 14. Hey, you know what? 14 is a pretty good number. Do you know why? Who knows why 14 is a good number? If you guess right, you get a thumbs up. Yeah. But why is 14 a good number? I need to know your answers before I roll. I'll give you 60 seconds. No pressure. You're pressing my face. There you go, 5 fingers. You're right. It is a derivative of 7. 7's a great number. So there are a few numbers that are good because they're related to 7. 2 touchdowns. No. Sports. Lucky 7 double. Yes, James Morgan got it too. For those of you who are unaware, I was born on July 7th, so 7 is a very important number to me. And of course, also 7, 14. It all makes sense in my head, don't worry about it. Hey Google, pick a random number between 1 and 14. Oh,
number 14.
Jimmy Jazz, as you can see, the contender. Son of a bitch. There we go. Jimmy Jazz has won the raffle for the evening. Jimmy Jazz, we need to meet up because I want to save on postage. I mean, on hand delivery costs. That's what I mean. Whoa. I did call it, apparently. So I was ranting about what good number 14 was, and there it is. See, that's happened many times. Hold on. Many times. With 7 and me somehow just doing weird stuff. I love it. And now there's video evidence of that actually occurring. So, Jimmy Jazz, if you could email me, KillCo77@hotmail.com. I really should change that, but I'm never going to. We can get in touch, figure things out. Maybe meet you halfway. Maybe do a meetup somewhere halfway in between. That might work. Zenboot and I know of a pretty good place that has pizza and beer. It's not whiskey, but it's an option. Or, email me. We'll figure it out. I know another whiskey place, but it's a little... It might be okay driving for you. It's not that far from Boston. And it's not that far from me. And it's a good whiskey spot. I think Zenboot's been there. Zenboot, you know what I'm talking about. All right. That's it. We got 4 minutes left. Thank you to everyone for entering. And Jimmy Jazz, thank you. I think is that the first time you won? I feel like it is. Otherwise, I would have just given you the whiskey. I honestly don't know. There you go. And hey, you get to have wins. Yay. Yes, okay, that's what I figured. That was my memory, but again, it was my memory, so we never know. Booyah! Like it. See, if you stick around long enough, you have to win. I mean, in theory, that's how gambling works. It doesn't work very well. This isn't gambling, this is raffling, which is totally different. There are no cards involved. They're little tickets. Well, with that, let me take this off here. Well, I will leave that there. If you want to throw money at me at this point, you can. But as far as the raffle goes, we're done. Until next time, whenever that'll be. I don't even know. But keep in mind, for my channel at least, it'll be Fridays, and I'll go for 2 hours. That's the easiest thing for me to do, and that's only because on Sundays, it's 7 to 8, and then It's Bourbon Night goes live. And I would probably watch that. Not all the time. Sometimes I do a stream and I'm just done. But occasionally. Well, more than occasionally. For the most part, part of it's just the fact that I'm a moderator in It's Bourbon Night's channel, so I feel like I should be there. Just in case. Usually there's no problems, but just in case. And right now I'm starting to feel antsy. You know why? Because I've had a bunch of whiskey. And I'm not playing Diablo 4 yet. We'll see. Stupid game taking over my life. You know what I should be doing tonight? Oh, God damn it. Editing video. But I promise I'll do that tomorrow. I definitely won't wake up and play Diablo all day. I won't do that. 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 I will edit. Oh, really? Ooh, you lucky dog. You're probably right where I am now. Just about. Email me. You're going to get 4. We'll just have to fiddle out what that last one is. I know you have quite an extensive collection, so we'll figure something out. Maybe something else from Irene Tan. That's always an option here, by the way. If you do win and you already have one of them, we figure it out. So email me, Jimmy Jazz, KillCo77@hotmail.com. Hopefully I'll see it. Sometimes it likes to throw things in the junk mail. But then we can talk about it there and figure out what can be a nice replacement. All right, we got 60 seconds left, give or take. Yeah, Sugar Katie, what's going on next? I have no idea. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. I think, what, ADHD Whiskey or something is doing something? There's a big thing going on. I just don't pay attention to any of it. So that's something. And usually someone else goes live before him. Does Trev still go live? I have no idea. Again, I don't pay attention to other channels. It's better that I don't, because it's just too much for me to deal with. So it's one other thing to think about. And I can barely deal with my own channel, let alone the 5,000 that are out there right now that are whiskey related. So there's plenty going on. It's not yet? I don't know. I know it's a thing because everyone talks about it, but I don't pay any attention to it at all. All right, 9 o'clock. With that, well, there you go. There you go. Go watch. Yeah, Whiskey Wars and those bourbon guys. Pick one. Pick both. Watch all of it. It's plenty of whiskey talk to go around. With that, as always, thank you all for being here. And live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Bye. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.